Hi, today I'm gonna talk about myself and okay, let's start the presentation. Okay, first I'm gonna talk about who am I, and second I'm gonna introduce my family, and for the last I'm gonna talk about my goal of my life. Okay, first let's talk about Jae Hyun JooThe. Actually, my name is Jae Hyun JooThe, and I'm 21, and I'm second grade of hoops. Yes, and I live in Ilsan, and actually I am from Seoul. I lived there for almost 10 years, but I moved to Ilsan because of my mother's job. And actually my major is business and administration. Well, I was so nice to come to hoops because the curriculum of my major is so nice because I really want to learn about B&A in English. So I'm so glad to come to hoops, and I'm so satisfied with my school. And actually I'm in the club which name is Edline, and Edline is advertisement club, and we learn some advertisement skills, and we talk about many advertisements from big companies, and we learn to how to analyze it. Yes, and my hobby, I like to compose songs for myself, and I like to do rap. So it was my hobby since I was middle school student, and from now on I like to do this well. Yes.
Yes.
And next, let's talk about Eun Park. She is my mother. Yes, and she graduated Ewha Women's University, and she is really proud of herself because of the event in Korea this day. So she is really proud of herself, and she really likes Japan. She used to go Japan. Well, she goes to Japan almost 8, 9 times a year. So I want to go with her many times, but because of my school schedule, so I can't go well. And her job is flower designer. She works in Seoul, Eunpyeonggu, and actually she was a teacher in middle school and high school, but because of some reasons she decided to be flower designer, and now she works well with it. And this is her picture. The left one is the picture that she took in Japan, and the second one is just selfie. Yes. For the last, let's talk about Jung Chul-ju. She is my father, and she also graduated hoops. He graduated Chinese diplomacy and trade, and I like to talk with him about hoops because I don't know what was hoops like when I was so young and before I was born. So it is so fun to talk with him about hoops. And he works in Bank of America, which is placed in Yongsan, and I went there a few times when I was young. So I saw a lot of army soldiers, and so it was really cool, and I admire him. Yes, and he is a nice runner. His hobby is running tracks. So after his work, he always run the tracks in front of my house, and he is really healthy. And this is his photos. Yes. And for the last one, my goal of my life. Well, I want to make street style clothes shop and I want to play my original songs there, and I like to succeed in my own way. Well, I wanted to be a rap star, but in Korea it is so hard to be a rap star, so I decided to make my own shop and to make people more fashionable, and I want to give some perspectives to people about fashion. So thank you for listening. Bye.